SFU's 17-point win over Grand Canyon sets up a West Region final on Tuesday against their conference rivals and tournament host Western Washington. Now the winner goes to the Elite Eight in San Antonio, Texas, but win or lose, Coach Langford knows that his team's success is sending a strong message to Canada's collegiate athletes.
Beef sales are taking a hard hit as Canada's worst beef recall in history continues to expand. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has announced that the Brooks, Alberta processing plant can resume limited operations, even as the list of recalled XL Foods products continues to grow. Hey guys, Lucas Scott with this week's BCIT Magazine Community Calendar. Looking to add some spice to this Thanksgiving's dinner plans? Don't miss your opportunity at the last weekend of the Richmond Summer Night Market, happening this Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. For more vendor details and directions, head to the website at summernightmarket.com. Creature comforts more your style? The Vancouver International Film Festival is entering its final week of production, and the Van City Theatre on Seymour Street is being hailed as the ultimate in movie-going experience. For more details on showtimes and locations, go to the website at viff.org. Already pining for some NHL action? You don't have to go far for some great hockey. There's still plenty of tickets available for this Sunday's game at the Pacific Coliseum. Watch the hometown Vancouver Giants take on their new across-the-strait rivals, Victoria Royals. Puck drop at 4 p.m. For more information on tickets and the upcoming schedule, head to vancouvergiants.com. For BCIT Magazine, I'm Lucas Scott, and that's all for this week's Community Calendar. This year's International Auto Show had all the flash and dazzle you'd come to expect from the event. From the unusual to the exotic. Each company employing a variety of attention-grabbing tactics, from strategic partnerships to more interactive measures. But by far the biggest trend saw car companies across the board plugging a new product line: electric-powered vehicles.
To my left, it's selling very well.
The world's first diesel plug-in hybrid.
Focus Electric, the Fusion Hybrid and plug-in hybrid.
With the industry moving as a whole further and further away from a dependence on fossil fuels, it's not hard to imagine a not-so-distant future where someone will be able to park their car and plug it in either at their home or a number of publicly available charging stations, something the BC government is very much in favor of. Constructing over 500 charging stations across the province, the Environment Ministry also announced the extension of the Clean Energy Vehicle Incentive Program.
And understand that these cars are here to stay, the infrastructure is here to stay, and for people that are considering them, this incentive program can make the difference between buying or buying another type of vehicle.
The program includes a $5,000 rebate off the purchase of a new qualified vehicle and up to $500 towards installing a home charging unit. Though with just over 400 cars sold in the program's first 18 months, it's clear consumers have more than just cost to think about before buying in.
It's not as successful as we had hoped. We hoped we would sell about 1,200 vehicles over 2 years. But again, the charging infrastructure was not in place. Now I think we will see a real increase in the uptake of the clean energy vehicles.
The ministry hopes that greater access will lead to more people plugging in with the electric revolution, perhaps providing the spark that will see the majority of British Columbians lining up for an electric vehicle. Lucas Scott in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine. As the SFU Clan tip off their first full NCAA season, a host of new faces are providing a surge of energy. While the team hopes to make big strides for the sport in Canada, it's surprisingly an American that's generating plenty of buzz. Washington, D.C. native Eli Matthews leads the team in scoring through the first 4 games, and his tenacious play has been a lightning rod for the offense.
You know what, it gives us some energy right off the bat because we got a lot of guys that are very skilled, but you know they can't do the things that he can do offensively. He's very gifted and you know has some natural defensive talent that you can't coach.
I think defense is more so about intensity. Yeah, I get that from my dad, just growing up, just pushing me to do everything. Everything I do, it got to be 110%, so I guess it carries on to the court.
And carry over it has. The Clan are a perfect 4-0 to start the season, but even Matthews admits he didn't see himself playing in Canada.
No, not at all. Actually, I didn't even think about Canada until my sophomore year. The assistant coach, Coach Klein, I used to coach in my school I was at my freshman and sophomore year. He had told me to come on out here. It was a good academic school, and they were going to the NCAA next year.
Coach Blake says it's opened new doors for the school.
It's been very easy to recruit now. You know, it doesn't matter if you're going to Montenegro or if you're going to Kamloops, BC, they know about you now.
Traditionally, Canadian athletes had no choice but to migrate south to pursue their athletic goals, but the NCAA designation is changing all that.
It has, yeah, it has. And again, I talked about the BC kids first. We're in the recruiting hunt for the top kids in the province now, where my first year we weren't even involved. You know, we really had to kind of scrap and get guys that maybe had gone somewhere else and come back.
The importance of this season and what a championship would mean isn't lost on Matthews.
I think it would mean a lot. So far, they're a great academic school, and I feel like it would be great, you know, to have both sides, the athletics and academics. I know it's a real big honor for them to come in and play and try to win a championship, bring one back to SFU in Canada.
The team faces their first big test on December 1st versus defending champions Western Washington. Win or lose, the landscape of varsity sports in Canada has been altered for years to come. Lucas Scott in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.